Good news, Tesla fans. Elon Musk has greased up his hog and he is serving it to you whether you like it or not. I hope you're ready to gobble it down. Elon Musk is saying that Tesla full self-driving will switch to a monthly subscription and remove the one-time purchase option. Another beautiful entry into the you will own nothing and be happy future that we find ourselves in. We're now entering a new, even stinkier era where you can't even pay for the full automobile anymore. You don't pay to own it now in order.
Yeah, but that shit was like 10K though. Well, how much could it be? I mean, it used to be 10K, I'm pretty sure.
To get one of the most crucial components, like selling points of a Tesla vehicle, you will have to fork over $99 per month as part of the subscription plan, suckling on this subscription-based titty for however long you want access to the full self-driving features, which was a huge reason a lot of people were buying these things in the first place.
Oh, hold on. It says it was 8K. You sure? I thought it was 10K. $8,000. $8,000. How much is it now per subscription? How much is it now for the FSD? $80. $100 divided by $100, that would be 80 months divided by 12. Yo, almost 7 years? That's almost 7 years.
Previously, there was an option to pay $8,000 and you get the whole kit and caboodle. You get the Tesla, and you get the full...
Guys, what is it? 666 rounded up. If you were to round it up, don't, just tell me the answer. It's 6, 7.
Self-driving features, but now Elon said, nope, I'm taking the toys back. We are going to wean you off of this. Now, you can't even own the entire motherfucker. Now you buy the vehicle and then have to subscribe separately for the full self-driving features. It's insanity. So you can't even pay to own your whole vehicle. Now you can pay to get most of the vehicle, then you will need to start subscribing for the rest. You don't even get full access. It is just another step in this awful direction in this
Can I be honest with you? At this 6.6 years, I think for most users, that's a raw positive. I mean, if you were to tell somebody, pay for self-drive off the rip. Oh, you don't know if you're gonna use it or not? Pay 7K, pay 8K off the rip. Most people would be mad compared to if they could say subscription. They could just turn it off. They could just turn it. If they don't want it, they can just turn it off.
Subscription-based economy where every single thing, every single
guys, this is more value for the customer.
Aspect of your life.
The only losers of this chat are the ones who will use the FSD every month for 7 years. That is the absolute minority. Yo, that is the absolute minority. What are we talking about here?
This is just math. Like, we are entering the future where you don't actually own anything. What you own is the idea of things, like your video games.
Guys, okay, be honest with you. Just say, do you think that somebody that buys a Tesla, right? The majority of the people, of those guys that buy Tesla, will use full self-drive every month for 7 years straight. If you said yes, listen. You're gonna use this right here. I have one, I'm lucky, I have 2 of them. Index finger. Remove it from the table, go down to the computer, big button on the top, bang. Power button, whatever, and hold it all the way down. Bang! Hold it down until the screen goes black. Go to your apps, go to Uber, Lyft, go to the library, get a book. They're
basically just renting it. You're getting a permission slip from the benevolent developers to grant you access to the game for however long. In Tesla's case, Elon Musk is drip feeding you features as long as you subscribe. But when you have a Tesla now, you only get half of it unless you are subscribing for the other.
In most places, chat, guys, in the rain, in the snow, just don't subscribe. Half the year is winter. I mean, just don't use it. It's half the year. That makes it. That would make you a 14 years.
Video pausing.
They're half, and there's no option to just own the whole thing outright anymore. He has wiped that shit out, and I feel like every person on the planet should have an issue with this kind of model here from Tesla. But because it's Elon Musk and people can't help but swallow his meat, it's an addiction more severe than Fint. they are defending it as if he's doing them a favor somehow. People are willingly bending over and applauding as these billionaires butt f them to death. Like, as they get...
Are people that bought the product gonna get a refund for the $8,000 investment that they put into this motherfucker or not? If you get some juice back, then W. If not L. Well, that's gonna L then. That's gonna. I will agree. Imagine you just bought your shit. You paid $8,000 for this piece of shit, and he's like, "Oh, we're going subscription," and you don't get some money back. Fuck you. Oh, they keep it. Okay, forget what I said. I'm going back to glazing. I'm going back to glazing then. I'm going back to glazing then.
Less and less ownership of things.
If they keep it,
they get happier and happier because the billionaires are telling them they should be. Unreal. Farting in your face and telling you that it smells like roses, and they're like, yes.
Guys, debunking incoming. It's been happening for the last 3 years. Mercedes charged subscription, and BMW for 3 years have had subscription-based this bullshit. Bang, bang. This is nothing new. Everybody does this shit. Yo, this is what you do.
It actually does. This is amazing. It's just infuriating. Because they worship this guy, they're willing to just roll over and just abandon what they pretend to believe in. It's craziness to me. Now, anyway, I don't want to harp on that too much, because instead, when I went to Elon Musk's Twitter account to see if he, like, went any deeper on, like, the Tesla subscription model now for full self-driving services, I saw this little annoying nugget here from the brain of a supposed free speech advocate. Teaching people to hate America fundamentally destroys patriotism and the desire to defend our country. Such teachings should be viewed as treason, and those who do it imprisoned. Wow. And he's referencing how high schoolers were polled, saying that many of them were taught that America was built on stolen land, and he is weighing in saying that that kind of teaching should be treasonous, and the perpetrator...
Well, guys, this is going to be my most terrible take. Can I be honest with you? Everything is stolen. The only thing that can change is your terminology and how you use your wording. If you want to say that the world, all of it's stolen, all of it is killed and bloodshed. Everything around you is destruction and blood. You walk on blood money, blood clothing. Your coat was made in a sweatshirt where somebody died. You're wearing somebody's skin right now that died for this. Okay, you can do all this. Yeah, you can use all these terminologies if you want to, but the reality is that the only thing that changes is your terminology. It's not really the facts. Yeah, I mean, true, right? This is true, but everything is at this point. Everything is. Everything that everybody has in the world has been stolen, has been... Give me one place that they have, or somebody has, that they just went there, went to the spot, stayed there, nothing happened, throughout all of history. Well, nobody. Because the dinosaurs were there, bitch. Yo, the T-Rexes were right before you. The cavemen were there before you. That's stolen. That's stolen. The gas in your car. That's my T-Rex's blood. The blood of their body is in your car. That's stolen. Loser. See, you can do that. Or you can just not do that.
Thrown in jail. Very interesting take from the free speech guy who's probably fresh out of the K-hole. Elon, in what way does that even remotely fit into your narrative of being all for free speech no matter what? Let's just set everything else aside, we're just going to play ball here. Let's assume very bad teachers teaching mumbo jumbo. This is outrageous curriculum here. Well then, what has happened for 100 years now is that if it is not a good teacher, not educating students, and, you know, a bunch of gobbledygook that they're spitting out there that's not great, well then the school usually fires them. But why does Elon Musk want to go a step further and make it a crime punishable by being thrown in the slammer? Why does he believe that teachers that are teaching students something that he doesn't like means that it's treasonous and should have them landed in the big house? That's a little odd. That feels like it goes very much against the core principle of free speech, which is a right that Americans have. And his reasoning for this perspective is super laughable.
Yeah, I mean, free speech in a class, it's a big stretch, but no problem. I mean, it's a pretty big stretch. I mean, free speech as a teacher to your students. I mean, hold on. It should be at least moderated speech. Yo, Yo, imagine if you're just, some teacher, you go to indoctrinate your children, children of your class to some outrageous shit. I mean, children need to be protected. Yo,
When you look at
the speech that are being taught them should be moderated at the very least. That's not what free speech like. That's
who he's best friends with, exchanging saliva and group hugging in the shower with, he
Guys,
says that this
guys. If I go outside and I say, wiener, cock, dick, glizzy, I said that. Does anybody here care? No, nobody cared. If I go and I'm a teacher of children and I'm in the class, I go, okay, guys, glizzy, yo, that is outrageous. And you're gonna say, well, free speech is being applied here. Yo, I think you need to chill a little bit, maybe, you know?
kind of teaching destroys patriotism and the desire to defend our country. Huh. That's fascinating coming from you, Elon Musk. Do you remember only like a handful of months ago, not even a year ago, he made a tweet accusing Donald Trump of being in the Epstein files, which, by the way, Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. He deleted the tweet later, but he made a very public statement about Donald Trump being in the Epstein files, which is a hard insinuation of Donald Trump being a potential pedophile. And now he's buddy-buddy with him again, which I would argue is not the makings of a true red-blooded American patriot. And also,
you know what this gives me vibes of? Is that I'm mad, I'm gonna leave Discord and play with the boys again tomorrow. It doesn't stop after you leave adolescenthood. Even through adulthood, even after, these are behaviors that are expressed by others. I mean, it is what it is. I'm saying this. I mean, that's literally what it is.
So as for a desire to defend our country, Elon, Donald Trump is a draft dodger. Are we forgetting that? When the country called upon him to protect it, he wasn't enthusiastically going over to Nam. In fact, he cooked up 5 deferments as well as a bone spurs narrative in order to get out of service to protect this country. So as far as a desire to defend our country goes, you have made best friends with someone who has explicitly, provably avoided doing just that. This nation called upon patriots to defend her.
Was that proven?
America was calling out to Trump to defend her.
I thought we went through this last. I thought we went through this last time. I thought it was he was injured by it. I know it's a lot of possibly, but I thought he had a leg injury diagnosed by a doctor they hired or something like that, which is, you can say, it can go both ways.
And he said, "Ouch, my bone spur."
Guys, I think it would be unfair to make the assumption. Sorry, you guys call me a bootlicker, chat, but I'll be honest with you. If I say this, then it means that anybody who investigates a third-party law firm for their own company's wrongdoings is automatically guilty of something when they say that they're innocent. I don't think I want to be doing that. I think it's unfair.
He didn't do it. So I don't know what the you're yapping about with the desire to defend our country when you are actually sucking the entire asshole of Trump, whom you have also accused of being in the Epstein files. Like, come on. This is absurd. And I could go on and on, but I also want to make a mention that I scrolled through Elon's Twitter a little bit because I was looking for something in particular. He's very selective with what he...
Guys, the lady from MD Pog was Trump not driving to Vietnam, they have an injury. Student deferments, 2S. Medical deferment, 4F, bone spurs in his heels. Which I still think that Chad doesn't still have remnants of this thing to this day. Does he not?
Brother, are you a mentally retarded, brain-rotting zombie?
I thought it's why he leans forward like all that. Or maybe that's just because he's oldest. You say loopholes? Can I be honest with you? This is gonna be my worst take. Loopholes are made to be used. That's how you fix loopholes. 1 and 2, dude. Let's keep it a buck. Loopholes are loopholes. I mean, also that's not really a loophole. I mean, it seems to be a valid reason. But what do I know?
Calls out as an attack on free speech because he's the free speech guy. But man, I tell you, sports fans, it's real weird how it seems to be crickets from Elon Musk anytime it's related to Israel talking about how
the lean.
Mr. President, what will you be doing to ensure there's no more assassinations like what happened to Charlie Kirk?
3.5 trillion to Israel.
Mr. President...
Yeah, hold on.
Trillion to Israel.
Yeah, he does that. Chat, is that because of that thing? Or not? Chat, the lean that he does like that, is that related to that injury?
Just give Didipkenstein your stream code already. You
how they'd like to be able to work towards controlling the conversation around certain topics. Like recently with Netanyahu openly stating that he believes the most important thing would be controlling some of the platforms. Or even more recently, only a couple weeks ago, an Israeli cybersecurity billionaire, Shlomo Kramer, went on television and point blank stated to the hosts and all the Americans watching the program that he believes the First Amendment needs to be limited so that free speech can be protected. He believes that the government needs to control the platforms and that free speech needs to be more limited. I feel like that'd be something very eye-opening to anyone that gives a f*** about free speech, and Elon Musk being the free speech guy, I thought for sure he'd make a peep about it, but
Yeah.
nothing. Weird.
So AI is going to revolutionize cyber warfare, is revolutionizing cyber
What were those complaints though when they were doing that shit with Facebook and whatnot though?
warfare from critical infrastructure to the fabric of society and politics and undermining it, giving unfair advantage to authoritarian governments against democratic countries. First Amendment type of...
That's already happening?
That's already happening. You're seeing the polarization in countries that allow for the First Amendment and protect it, which is great. And I know it's difficult to hear, but it's time to limit the First Amendment in order to protect it.
Dumbest thing I've ever heard, but thank you for sharing. It is refreshing to hear the perspective of a foreign billionaire saying how the First Amendment should be limited.
And quickly before it's too late.
What do you mean?
I mean that we need to control the platforms. All the social platforms, we need to stack rank the authenticity
Control, no. Moderate more, yes.
of every
Monitor and moderate for sure. Control, no.
person that expresses themselves online.
Trump
Oh, now that's a really interesting play there. Yeah, it's like a fucking high-level...
Guys, control would mean making them do X, Y, Z. Moderate would be, oh, this is out of control. These guys, this is objectively bad. You have to moderate it. That's what it is. It's not the same. Not the same thing. Monitor, and moderate for sure.
football maneuver right
Not
there,
same
John
thing.
Madden level play, in order to...
Yo.
Control would be,
Can I get
I
a
don't
welcome
like
to the
this,
jungle,
remove
my
this.
king?
Moderate is, here are some statutes, here are some laws that this doesn't go with it and doesn't do well, and here's why this shouldn't be there. Okay, we'll moderate it. Like, it's not our order.
protect free speech, we have to obliterate it, fundamentally. What he is saying is give control of the platforms to the government. And also, I'm not interpreting this. This is literally what he is saying out loud with his whole chest. The platforms need to be controlled by the government, and everyone needs to be unmasked before expressing themselves online. So an anonymity gone.
If this shit wasn't moderated, half the memes would be me ASF, two members of this board or that board, some guy throwing a rock at somebody. And it's like, whoa, I guess that's crazy.
Privacy gone, and free speech
like-
completely limited is the word he's using, but that nomenclature is not accurate. It would basically be fucking
guys know exactly what I
crumbled.
mean.
And he is presenting this as though it is something that we need to be doing right now. I feel like this is a pretty big statement here that is very clearly against free speech. And Elon Musk, he will reply to like 50 follower accounts
Bro
that just
forgot
have some
to
like
turn
dog
on his
shit that
brain
they dribble
today.
out, and he'll reply to them about free speech. Yet this was a very big segment on CNBC, an actual televised program, and Elon Musk has nothing to say about it. Now, of course, Shlomo Kramer has no power to actually do anything with this plan that he's cooked up here, this idea that free speech needs to be limited, the First Amendment needs to be, gutted. But it's worth mentioning that Trump
XQCL.
is basically Netanyahu's personal fleshlight, so I don't know how much power Shlomo Kramer holds in Israel or anything, so maybe he is able to lobby, for these First Amendment protocol limitations that maybe Netanyahu could whisper into Trump's ear. I have no idea. What I do know is that he is saying this out loud in front of everybody, and yet the free speech guy, Elon Musk, has nothing he wants to say about that. I don't know. Feels a little weird.
And take control over what they are saying based on that ranking.
The government.
The government
Like
should,
control the social media.
they should do that. And we need to educate.
XQC.
Moderate, like during the pandemic when they moderate misinformation about the vaccines. That's incorrect. Don't know. You clearly did not. You look at one Joe Rogan clip and you didn't even read the whole thing. Like, I know you didn't debunk it. I'm actually disappointed in you. You're not a debunker. You need to go back to the academy, buddy. Not a good debunker. they overly moderated for too long with things in London that were unrelated and not of that misinformation. Because saying that vaccines have side effects are not misinformation. That is correct. It is correct for a bunch, if not all the other vaccines. Even being dizzy for 3 hours is a side effect. That is correct. That is not, that is absolutely correct. Guys, no drug out there have any side effects, by the way. Like, no. I think most drugs have at least some form of side effects. That's fine. And so do vaccines. Well, is that misinformation?
People from the Biden administration would call up our team and like scream at them and curse, and it's like these documents it's all kind of out there.
Did you record any of those phone calls?
I don't think we but I think
I want to listen.
I mean, there are emails. the emails are published. It's all kind of out there, and they're like, and basically it just got to this point where we were like
I don't get it. How's this grifter? I gave you a accurate statement that reflects the medical boards agree with me, the dogs agree with me, everybody agrees with me, except for you. And that makes me a grifter. You're a loser, buddy. Side effect. Oh my god, I can't do this.
no, we're not gonna take down things that are true. That's ridiculous. They want us to take down this meme of Leonardo DiCaprio looking at a TV talking about how 10 years from now or something, you're going to see an ad that says, okay, if you took a COVID vaccine, you're eligible, for this kind of payment, like this sort of like class action lawsuit type meme. And they're like, no, you have to take that down. And we said, no, we're not going to take down humor and satire. We're not going to take down things that are true.
I mean, come on, man.